So you finally come back, or rather, I have returned with part 2 of this video. Anyways, so we've added all the sprites, we've ripped all the sprites and all that stuff. Everything's there, sprite work's done. So next, I was gonna do animations, but I think I'll do the palette instead. There won't be too much talking for some parts due to background noise and all that, but I'll do my best to get this done. So if you click on palettes and then click on advanced palette editor, you'll open this up, and this is the built-in palette editor in Fighter Factory. It's really nice. I'm going to zoom into a decent sized picture. So the first thing you do is you pick the ink dropper tool and you click the colors you want to change. In this case, I'm going to pick his pants. I'm going to left click and drag it over all the colors. I think I got his pants. I think some of his shirt is in it too, but we'll find out. Okay, yeah, it's all the same. So yeah, by moving this, you could pretty much give him a red outfit, a green outfit, purple outfit, red. You can go through the spectrum essentially. And H is for hue and S is for saturation. So if you want a washed out look, lower your saturation. If you want like a very vibrant look, increase your saturation. Hit the X to reset it. You can also do like different things. I just noticed I guess the white from the pants and shirt is also the white on his skin and hair. It's light essentially. You never want to mess with that too much, but it's okay if you mess with it like this because it doesn't change too much of it. So his basic outfit is blue, so let's just give him like a green outfit. Where's green? I guess that's green. I don't like how vibrant it is, so I'm going to lower the saturation. Once I'm done, I'm going to hit the green check, and that applies it. Then I have to clear everything. I could clear by just clicking one, or right clicking to clear. The skin I'm going to leave alone. The hair I'm going to change a bit, so I'm going to select the two, left click and drag to select the two. I feel like it should be some more. Like this is yellow. Anyways, whoa, red hair. Okay, so let's not do that one. Super Saiyan, that's cool. Give him black hair. That's also an option. Well, it's hard to give someone black. Oh, you know what? Saturation all the way down. Yeah, lowering saturation. Ooh, that doesn't look too bad actually. A lot of the blue looks nice. A lot of times accidents, happy little accidents, it gives you nice results. So I got the colors because I altered both. I had to hit the green check on both to make the setting official. Alright, so now I made the palette I want for him. Actually, you know what? One more thing. Let's do the red check, lightning bolt in the shirt. Let's make it a yellow. Maybe yellow is not the best color. Blue, purple. Dark blue, light blue. Okay, this is not the best palette in the world, but it's there for instructional purposes. You get the idea. You get how this works. So you basically left click and hold and drag the mouse all over the colors you want to change, and then it'll select here, and then you just move your slider to pick the hues and red, green, blue stuff and all that. Hit the green checks, and then it's finalized. Then you just go to save as group / index in the sprites editor, and you save it as group 1 index 2, and that'll give you a second palette. Now if I take out the organizer, I check here, that's his second palette. Now if I check it in the game, I think this one, you'll see the palette on him. Ignore this. This is research and science gone wrong. I think it's that one. Okay. Yeah, so same thing. Alright. So now I showed you how to do the palette, which is fairly simple. in Fighter Factory. Now I'm going to work on the animations. So he's got most of his animations done. The stance is done. Turning is done. The boxes I have to do. It's pretty bad. But so I'm going to do this in two waves. The first wave is getting all the animations correct. The second wave is getting all the hitboxes correct. Or proper, or better. You see here, he's missing a sprite because he doesn't have 11.1. Kung Fu Man does. So I'm going to fix all of his animations, make sure none of these go blank like this, because once you start going invisible, that pretty much means your character is going to be like, what's the word? Fidgety? Not fidgety. Sporadic? Maybe. Anyways, on to the show. First, go back to me.
If truly free, be stopped, never through all that's happening.
Okay, so now that I have completed the sprites, I realized something while doing this. Offside between editing. He's missing a sprite, which I had to actually go into the game to rip. And it was his get up sprite, which he didn't have on the sprite sheet, which I didn't even notice until like way after. But I'll show it to you here. It should be 5120. Yeah, these were not in the sprite sheet, so I had to go and rip them from the game. The hard thing about that is if you don't know how, your palette won't be the same as everything else, which can cause you issues. Obviously, the character flickering out of control. But anyways, so we have all the animations now. He's not gonna be like turning invisible during any of the attack except the run forward, which he doesn't do. I'll probably disable his run. Hop back, which I'm hesitant to even include, but I might disable that too. Everything else is pretty much here, all the attacks and all that. I didn't do the attack timing properly, at least I don't think I did. Well, it looks like I did, didn't it? But in any case, yeah, everything's mostly here. I'm just going to go over the hitboxes now. So, generally, a character will have 1 to, I want to say 4 hitboxes max. You never need more than that. And, like, see, most characters like this, they would have this, and then, actually, let me turn this blue. And put this one here for the head, like so. Like, this is normal hitboxes that you see in most games. Blue hitbox means that's the player's body. This is where he can be hit. A red hitbox obviously is an attack hitbox. If you make the hitbox green using this button down here, this becomes the default for all sprites. And I somehow lost it. I'm not sure how that happened. In any case, I really don't know how that happened. That's funny. I'm going to turn this back to normal. Put this here. What I'm doing right now is just the most confusing thing you'll ever see. There. It made no sense what I just did. So I'll make both of them green. So now in both frames, both are green. But as you see, his head's kind of off. But this is a quick little transition here where he's turning. So I wouldn't pay too much mind to that. The hard part is getting it all to look decent and fit decently. So I'm going to do it now. Yeah, that's pretty much the guideline for it. 2 to, wow, that's really off. See, for this, I would not use default. I would just duplicate from previous and then adjust accordingly. This way, he's always got a box on him. But yeah, so at max, don't use more than 4 hitboxes. 1 can suffice if it covers the whole body and there's not a lot of blank spaces. At most, fighting games from this era use 2 to 3 hitboxes. So you can go with that. Like, see this? I don't really need to thing his hair. I just think it's a little overkill. So I'll put it like this. And the reason why is you don't really, you have to remember, Mugen, everything in Mugen is moving at all times. You know, you're moving, the opponent's moving. You're not gonna be in such a way that the tiniest difference of a pixel makes a difference. You know, this is all approximate essentially. Now, one thing you should not do, by the way, this is the most worst walking animation I've ever seen. Ryu from Street Fighter walks like this, and I can't for the life of me figure out how it's possible to do that, because I've tried it in real life and it hurts everything. So an important thing to know about hitboxes is you should never oversize your hitboxes like this. Like, yeah, you can get the exact thing like this, but you shouldn't do this, and you shouldn't obviously have it bigger than the character, because that makes them more of a target. What you want is something slightly inside the boxes, inside the character sprites. This way you have a better approximate for when they can be hit and everything. See, so I made this the default, and now all of them are the same thing. And it works out good in this instance, but you don't always need to use a default. So at some point, I'm going to stop talking and fast forward all this, because you don't want to see me do hitboxes for everything. Or do you? There's also a shortcut actually that I will show you when I get to the 5000s. But until then, enjoy. So here I'm going to show you a shortcut. For animations like this where it has similar frames to another animation, which is jumping forward and jumping backwards to the same animation, just played backwards. If you go to animations and then go to the second to last option, use these collisions in all other instances of this frame. It will add these collision boxes to every frame like this. So by doing it on this frame, when I go to the jump backwards, it's going to be here, perfectly ready to be used. And when you're doing your 5000s, this is extremely helpful. In fact, you know what? I think I'm gonna do the 5,000s first and come back and do all the other crap, because that is probably more efficient for learning than anything else. There we go. Okay, so now the jump forward and jump back have the same hitboxes essentially. Yay! Land. You know what? You know what? Where is it? This frame. That and that's there. So now it's all good. Run forward, don't have. Hop back, don't have. Lose. Yeah. Okay. Now let's go to the 5,000s. Also, let me organize. If you hit the up and down blue boxes here, you can open the organizer. I'm clicking auto will auto organize everything by number. So that puts the guard stuff here, then the attacks, and then the 5,000s, which is good. I strongly recommend you do it. Okay, so here we go. 5,000s. As you can see, he's a little bit taller than Kung Fu Man, so that's okay. We're just gonna increase this to match his size. For the hell of it, I'm gonna put this box, which it's not necessary, but why not? Doesn't hurt. Okay, he's being hit in his face. Looks like it hurts. See, 2 boxes. Okay, same frame. All right, different frame. I like to put them like this. I don't like them to overlap sometimes, but it irks me a bit. But I mean, it works better if it overlaps. All right, so I got these 2 right. So then I have all these frames here, which are also the same thing essentially, except this one. Let's do that one. There we go. Not too much there. Not too much there. All right. Yeah, so see, it doesn't match up. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the first one. Animations. Use collision in all other instances. Yes. Next frame. Animations. Use collisions in all other instances. Yes. So now I'm going to this one. Animation. Use collision. Blah, 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 blah. Yes. So now all his hurt frames have the same hitboxes. And I think I just saved myself like maybe 30 years off my life. Yes. All right, same for this one. Go down, there we go. Oh, that's kind of convenient. There we go. Okay, there we go. That's a ouchie. See, this is a little confusing, and I would honestly just leave the hitbox like this. No one's gonna hit him here, and no one can hit your hand necessarily. What is this frame? No one can hit your hand necessarily in this, you know, when you're being attacked violently. So go to animations, use the same, yes. Animations, use the same, yes. Animations, use the same, yes. Okay, and there we go. Animations, use the same, and yes. Okay, so now all of his low hits are the same. These are interesting. I always wonder why Kung Fu Man has like hits boxes like this. But in any case, I'll turn this back normal. I'll mirror Kung Fu Man's hitboxes just because why not? There's no reason in particular why I'm doing this for this. Actually, yeah, I guess not really. No, there's no reason. I lied. Okay. Animation, same, yes. Animation, same, yes. There we go. He's hurt, but not really much of a difference. Animation same, yes. Okay, hard hit. Duplicate frames, not necessary. I would delete one, but I like the way Kung Fu Man reacts, so I'm actually gonna leave it like this. Nothing bad happens if you leave it like this. Nothing good happens if you leave it like this. It's more of a not preference, but there's good habits and there's bad habits. Leaving it like this is a bad habit, and I'm gonna do it just because you can't stop me. Recovery is good. Recovery is good. All right, so this is Kung Fu Man. Oh, this is Ray being hit back, which is easy to adjust. He looks kind of evil in that picture. Look at that face. All right, transition. See, normally characters have a transition. Ray does not believe in transition. So because if you look at it, these 2 frames are the same thing. Again, I can use a single frame instead of having two like this, and just increase the time. So let's see, 7 and 4, what is that, like 13? So 13, done. And there you go, same effect. Recovery, as you can see, because I made these the default hitboxes, it follows him as he goes, except this one. I'll make this one right now. Just like that. Okay, so air recovery is good. Alright, this is him falling. Falling over, I guess. Okay, so then animations used for everything else. Ugh. That's him being attacked, hit in the face, going up. See, so this one, 5161, this is the best one you can do to make your hitboxes, and then to what's it called? Copy all the hitboxes to everything else. So you have, it pretty much goes through all your basic hit stuff. So this one goes like so, like so. There we go. Use for everything else. Good. So now when you go to these, it's all here already. Use for the same. Good. Actually, blue, and use the blue for the same frames. Because this one, I think this one needs its own hitbox. That's good like that. Okay, and then there. Okay, so now his hitboxes all around with this stuff. See, the hitbox is copied. Good. Yeah, good. Getting up, he needs hitboxes in this. Ideally, he won't get hit doing these couple frames, but you know, it's always good to hitbox everything. You can disable hitboxes in the game by using a not hit by code, which would make you not get hit by anything, which I believe the common one uses for a few frames of this for when you're getting up to protect you from being abused. Lie down, bounce into the air, hit the ground, flip. Flip again. Dizzy. See, for Dizzy, I would just make one default green box here. There is blue boxes, and Mugen's going to ignore the default if there is a blue box. So you can have blue and green. That's fine. Okay, so that's that. That's the 5000s I pretty much did. So now I'm gonna go back and finish all the other things I didn't do. As you can see, his attacks don't all have them on his guards. Holy crap, the guards are atrocious. All right, look at, why does Kung Fu Man have so many boxes? It makes no sense to me. Okay, so I'm gonna ultra simplify this, super ultra simplify this. Boom. Do it for all of them. Is this necessary? Why not? Okay. Okay. Boom. Perfect. Perfect. Didn't even do anything with this one. Good, 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 good. There we go. He has like very minimal sprites for like guarding, so it makes this all the easier. See, look at it. He has a blinky blink here. Hit back while guarding. The last frame of this has to be -1, which if you go through Kung Fu Mans, you'll see it's -1. So I'm just using one frame for this. There we go. It shouldn't have any duplicate frames with that, but I'll put it anyways. Good, good. What is that? Okay, one. There we go. So now he's blocking everything. Okay, so lose one hitbox. In the lose screen, you're not fighting, so one hitbox is all you really need to suffice. Same for the win. It's not necessary in a sense because you're not fighting, but it's good to have one in there. Intro needs a hitbox as well. Everything needs a hitbox essentially. Yeah, see, this works good for the intro. It kind of fits. Taunt, which is silly that I made that his taunt, considering what it is. I could use the previous one, but I'm just gonna do it quickly because it's just a momentary thing. There. Any frame you change a green hitbox on affects all the frames, regardless of regardless. Okay, now I'm going to the attacks. Okay. Okay, very important. I like to put the hitbox around the arm, and then a bigger red hitbox around that. So it looks like that. Okay, as for timing, I like to use 3 ticks for punches and 6 ticks for the actual attack, and then 3 to recover or 4 to recover for punches. For kicks, I would use 4, 7, 4, or whatever. But that's just generally how I would go about it. It also depends on animation. If you have a lot of animation, use less time, because when you have too much animation, it takes more time to play the animation. This is a close punch here, so approximately it'll be like this. I mean, some people say what I'm doing with the hitbox is completely wrong, but at the same point, consider many things to this. These characters are moving. They're not going to stay in, your opponent's not going to stay in the same place. So having your hitboxes super ultra precise, it serves you no purpose. So like, if I wanted to, I could make it like this. I can make it like this. Is it wrong? No, but what's the actuality of it, you know? Let me see. Okay. Okay. Yeah. You see the difference, right? Jab and that. Call the last frame as before. Staying this out. Good. Same thing, move it back, good. So now when I play the animation, flop, 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 flop. The close one now. Alright, I think I talked a little too much. I'm going to fast forward the rest of this sequence.
Take me to your paradise.
Alrighty, so now that's over with. Hitboxes galore. Everything has a hitbox that's proportionate to the body size. I'm gonna end this video here, more or less, cause I don't want to make it too long. People are trying to get as much as they can in the short time span they're watching. I don't want to bore you, that's for sure. So yeah, I'm gonna end it here. But let me show you first the results of everything we've done so far. So aside from sprite ripping, we've also, aligned everything. We did the animations correctly. We got the hitboxes in. So this is pretty much what we have right now. It's a moving character that can attack and everything. Everything is here. He's ready to start abusing people and everything. So this is awesome. It's good. It's so funny how that turns into like that. But I mean, this is a good start. Our character's getting there. Everything's coming along nicely. A lot of the hit deaths need tweaking, which will work in the next video, which is the coding section. But essentially, I mean, you got yourself a nice little punching bag that can maybe fight back a bit, which is nice. Oh, look at that, that was cool. He turned into the fireball itself. Yeah, also, if you notice, like, he's jittery for this kick because the way I aligned it. And I'll go over how to make this look proper in the next video. So, thank you for watching, and stay tuned, I suppose.